In this lesson, we are going to compare. We're going to compare and order rational numbers in all forms. Well, I wouldn't say all forms, but in different forms. Okay? So right here, converting percentages to decimals. So we have this 34%. We could talk about how that's 34 over 100, because 34 out of 100. So we know that's 34 hundredths. But one way you could do it, if you're ever confused, like with these last ones, is just move the decimal. Like we have a decimal here, move it 2 to the left, 2 place values to the left, 2 place values to the left. So this would be negative 0.18. Like right here, 2 to the left. So 5 and 21 hundredths. To the left again. Negative 2 and 813 thousandths. Even with this one. So it's right there. 1, 2. There's nothing there, so we put a 0. So 9 hundredths. Here, we put our decimal. 1, 2. We have to fill in our place value. So negative, I'm going to put a 0.04, but like the one above, I'm going to put the 0. So like in this one, it moved. It's right there, but no one felt like it's kind of weird not to put anything there, so we put that 0. 5 and 3/10%. Move it twice again. Write that a little nicer for the notes. Okay. So 0 and 53 thousandths. And even something like this, you still move it twice. So 0.00068 negative, and I put that 0 in front. Okay, now sometimes you'll see these. I'm just getting you to do these like quicker. There's multiple ways of doing this, right? I'm just trying to get you to do this in a way that is a little faster, right? So 5 over 8. If you just use, so I want you to think fractions when you convert them. When you convert fractions, I want you thinking division. So this one you'll have to use on a calculator at home or on a website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a website. So this is 5 over 8, 5 over 8, 5 over 8. So I'm going to go to this website. Right here, you just go to desmos.com. And then you go to Math Tools right here. You go to Scientific Calculator. And then all you have to do is, oh, I forgot what it was. So 5/8. So 5 divided by 8. And it gives you 0.625. So 0 and 625 thousandths. So negative 7 over 4, negative 7 fourths. So I could just clear. So looking for the negative. I don't see it, but we can just put it in there. So 7 fourths. 7 over 4. Is 1 and 75 hundredths. So negative 1 and 75 hundredths. With this one right here, 6 and 2/3. I don't really necessarily worry about the 6. I'm just going to write it. I'm just going to do this fraction. So 2/3 is 0.66 repeating. Remember, it's only 7 because it rounded it, because it keeps going on forever. So, 0.66 repeating. And that was positive. I'm going to drop this over here. Okay. And this last one, we have negative 8. We just got to figure out the 2/9. 2 over 9. Oh, I forgot to clear it. 2/9 is 0.22 repeating. Now remember, it didn't round. This last one's not a 3 because the 2 wouldn't make it round up. Okay, so now we're going to compare. these. So 620%. We put our decimal here. We move it 2 to the left. 6 20 hundredths. And then this one is 6 and, oh, well, that's 5/8. So let's do 3/8. 3 over 8. 0.375. 0.375. Remember that if they don't have the same amount of digits after the decimal, like see how this is 2 digits and this has 3 digits? Let's just put a 0 here. So 6 200 thousandths or 6 375 thousandths. This side's larger. Let's do this again. So 5 2/3. Well, 2/3 was 6 repeating. So this is 5 66. This is like forever, right? This one, my decimal goes down 2 to the left. 5.66. This does not go on forever. Remember, this does not go on forever because it would have, well, in this case it would be weird to put a line there, but it just doesn't go. It's just moved to the left. These are, after this is a 0, right? After this is another 6 and another 6. This keeps going on forever. So if that's the case, if this ends up being 660 and this is 6 and another 1, then this side's greater. Cool. Now this side is already good to go. So negative 0 33 hundredths. And this is negative 3/8. Negative 3/8. So what did I do 3/8? Here. Negative 0.375. I'll put a 0 here to help us. Now you got to remember, negatives are weird. Well, they're different than positives. The bigger negative is further to the left, which means the bigger negative is actually less. So which one's the bigger negative? 330 or 375? This is the bigger negative. That means it's actually less. So it's less. Now let's do this negative 8/5. So negative 8/5 is negative 1.6. So negative 1.6, negative 9/5. Let's clear that. 9/5. So negative 1.8. Now remember, I look for the larger negative. So this is the larger negative is this one. And if it's a larger negative, it actually means it is less. Okay. Let's order some numbers from least to greatest. Okay, so we have 4 numbers. This one looks good already. We just need to convert the rest. So decimal goes here, 2 to the left. So 1 62 hundredths. So if you don't know this one, let's just practice. So 3/4 is 0.75. And this one is the same. I like to write it just so I know. And 18 elevenths. 18 elevenths. Oof, 63, 63, 63, 63 repeated. So 1.63 repeated. Okay, least to greatest. So first thing I want to do is, this goes out 3, so I'm going to go out 3 spaces. And then this is going to repeat, so it's going to be another 6. And the least, so 620, well this one isn't a 0, this is a 1. That may be a little overkill. Okay. So 620, 750, 506, 63, 63, 63. So it's going to be this one is our first one. And then 620 looks next. And then 36 is next. And 750 is next. Okay, last one. So decimal here, 2 to the left. So negative 6 20 hundredths. Let's bring down this one. This one's already good. So 3/8. 3/8. 375. Negative 6.3. Oh, 375. And then 25 fourths. 25 fourths. 6.25. Don't forget that negative sign. Okay, so let's look for the, well, before we do that, actually, let's make sure our decimal, like place values are the same. 375, there's 3. I'm adding a 0 here. I'm gonna add 2 here and another here. Okay, so we have this and biggest negative. So 200, 375, 500. So this is the biggest negative, so it's actually the least. Okay, this is the next largest negative, so to speak. Next largest negative, 250, and then 200. Awesome. Thank you.